that's what I want to get into. So, what led you up to that decision to join in the army?
The biggest factor was the pandemic. When the pandemic hit and all the businesses, companies, everything started shutting down. Around that time, I had lost my job, and it became almost impossible for me to find work, even as an essential worker at like a grocery store. So I had kind of started panicking because I had an apartment at the time, and bills started racking up very quickly. I didn't know what to do as far as paying for them. And uh, my family suggested, well, what if you join the military? And I was like, I mean, that isn't, it might not be the perfect situation, but it's not a bad idea. Military is normally easy to join as long as you're able-bodied. And looked into it and decided, yeah, I'll do that.
I got you. So you didn't have no outside influences, like far as like you didn't have any relatives that was already in the military.
No, none of my relatives were already in the military.
So you the first person to join the military in your
Yes.
family.
Yes.
I got you. So when you made that decision, right? How was the process of getting started? Like, um, did a did you go to a recruiter's office, or did a recruiter office come to you, or
I went to a recruiter's office close to where I lived. There was kind of like a mini mall shopping area, and at that location there was a recruitment office for all the branches. At the time when I started, I wasn't really sure who I would join and everything. I guess I was more of like just seeing what everyone had to offer. But the day I went there, most of the offices were closed, and the only one that had people in it was the Army one. So I spent a lot of time talking to them, looking into it, and they're like, well, regardless of the branch you choose, you're going to have to take the ASVAB test. So while you're here, why don't you go ahead and take that? So I did that, scored pretty high across all the different subjects. And they're like, well, if you want to join one of the branches, you can. But as far as the Army, you could do just about anything you wanted to. And I was like, I mean, that doesn't sound bad. And just because they were the only ones I spoke to at the time, I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and just do that.
I got you. So tell the people what MOS you chose.
I chose what I do now, and what I chose when I enlisted is slightly different. When I enlisted as a 25 Charlie, which was a man pack radio. So